Hello, everyone. First of all, let me tell you something about myself. English is my second language, so if I'm not smooth or I speak very simple, I apologize in advance. So I realized due to what's happening in Iran, there are lots of misinformation and fake news going around the world, especially in the mainstream media of US and Europe regarding to what's happening in Iran. I realized some people are trying to relate this revolution of young people and courageous men and women of Iran to just some women rights movement. Let me tell you something. This is not a movement. This is a revolution. This is a revolution which affects all the world. Why? Let's go back to 1979, where at least in Middle East there were no major wars, no terrorism, no Islamic uh, extremists going everywhere and trying to kill people or bomb everywhere. We had a monarchy in our country, very, very, very strong. So it was controlling the whole area. And we didn't have any enemies. We had a good relationship with all over the world, like Israel, US, Europe. We had a very strong money. People starting to get rich and educated. But for some political reasons, the US, the Carter's regime, UK, France, and some other countries didn't like this. So they started something and called it revolution and gave the power to mullahs and Islamic extremists in Iran. And then what happened? Wars happened. 9/11 happened. Terror all around the world happened. And it was a chaos for everybody in the world. It is 43 years that my people and my country is suffering from the relationship between US, Iran, and European Union, which they are really, really shaking hand with these murderers and rapists in Iran. They are trying to make a deal with them to remove the sanctions. For what? They say, oh, it's good for people. No, it's not good for people. Because all the money goes to Iran and to mullahs, will distribute to their proxies all around the world, Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis, and just create chaos everywhere. And lots of precious lives will taken because of the bad management of the world, especially by European Union and US Democrat Party. Listen carefully. People are not dying because they want to show their hair and be and going to the street with no hijab or something like that. The murder of Sarah Amini was a wake-up call for Iranian people. They just realized, maybe next time is my own daughter, my own son, my wife, my mother. Her blood made people angry and realized as long as they want to be under this murderer regime and mullahs that are not even human, and some of them are not even Iranian, because they don't give a shit about Iranian people. Who kills his own fellow citizens to stay in power? They ruined our country. They ruined our ecosystem. They stole money left and right and took it to the countries like Canada, UK, France, and some in US. And nobody even care. If I have my father died and I wanted to have $30,000 from his inheritance. It took me a long time going through lots of processes to get that money. But all of a sudden you hear a guy steals money from the government in Iran. He ends up in Canada with $3 billion. Do you think the government of Canada or US or France, they don't know about these stuff? If they don't, so-called, they are so stupid and they are not legit to run a country. There are 300,000 Iranian people in Toronto. And there are thousands of money exchange shops all over Toronto. These 300,000 people, how many money exchange places they need? Huh? Or is it just a place for money laundering for the Islamic Republic of mullahs? I don't call it Iran. Iran is my country. And this flag here is my flag, not the one that you guys show it everywhere. Why I came here today to talk about this? Because I see the fake news. I watched it. For example, this one from France 24. Look at this.
And for more on the story, we're joined by Tara Congerlu. She is a professor at Georgetown University and author of Art of Hope, The Heartbeat of Iran. Thanks so much for being with us. As we just saw,
First of all, who the hell is this woman? Who the hell is this woman? I never heard of her. Where do you find these people to bring it on your news as a corresponding person? Where do you find these people? In a garbage bin? Out of the street, you call them, come on in. I think you're Iranian, you come and talk about Iran? Where do you find these people?
in that report there were these state-organized demonstrations across Iran today meant to counter this week of anti-government unrest that we saw. From the outside, how should we see this? Was this something we should have expected to see?
I told this.
Pro-government,
Look at the lower third here. They write Iran Women's Rights Movement. This is not Iran Women's Rights Movement. This is only a piece of this revolution, not all of it. This is a revolution, you asshole. And this woman, start talking. She is more worried about her introduction than what she wants to talk about. Listen.
Protesters taking to the streets.
Thank you so much for having me. Just one correction there. I'm the founder of Art of Hope, which is a charity organization that focuses on supporting refugees' mental health, different than my book, The Heartbeat of Iran.
Okay. She wanted to promote her book again, and she's doing some charities, which I know most of these charities are for money laundering, and most of them are thieves. You know that. There are lots of charities all around the world, and nothing happens really to poor people and like refugees or anybody else. It's just a scam. Just a scam. My point is, to my brothers and sisters in Europe, in US, in Canada, and all around the world. Please, please, be our voice. Don't let the fake news steal our revolution to change the extremist regime in Iran and bring peace to all of you. This is not fair. We don't have anywhere to talk. The YouTube is the only place that I can talk, or on my radio show, which is an internet radio, and it's in Iranian language. It's not in English. Listen to me. Even this Starlink internet that Mr. Elon Musk is sending on Iran, it needs equipments. How can some poor people can provide those equipments and connect to internet? We need something direct on people's cell phones, not something that needs a dish or connect to this and connect to that. Need something simple and easy. Boom. I'm really thankful of Mr. Elon Musk. Thank you very much for what you're doing. But if we want to do something, we want the direct internet, not the internet just needed some equipments. It's going to end up in the mullah's lap, because they can provide this stuff for their own and their kids and themselves, and nothing goes to the protesters and revolution people. So if you want to help us, give us the direct Wi-Fi and internet. Believe me, the regime change in Iran is going to be awesome for everyone around the world. And I think Prince Reza Pahlavi is the one who can communicate and tell what's going on in Iran. You don't need to go and find people like this lady or other people who has their own special interests to bring them on the news. They don't know shit about Iran, and they don't know shit about what's happening in Iran. So stop fucking with Iranian people and let us win this war and be with us. Thank you very much. I love you all. Have a great life.